it's probably goodbye and good riddance to the NRA in general, and this Wayne LaPierre and his goons in particular. The big story today was, of course, the New York Attorney General moved to dissolve the NRA after fraud investigation. And the first time I heard this, I thought, how is that possible that the AG can move to dissolve it? But apparently she can, because it's based in New York, and so forth. And so anyway, it says here there was an 18-month investigation that found the powerful gun rights group was fraught with fraud and abuse, and that's been known for a long time. And a few people have gotten upset, thinking, well, this is going to hurt the Democrats because the NRA has been such a big backer of the GOP, but I don't think so. This is kind of akin to what Jim Baker went through with the PTL Club, and you know, that got, and he got in all kinds of legal trouble and went to prison. And that was a criminal investigation. This, I think, is more of a civil. Yeah, it's a lawsuit, so it's a civil case. And this AG Letitia James said in a lawsuit that she found financial misconduct in the millions of dollars, and that it contributed to a loss of more than $64 million over a 3-year period. And it also says that the top NRA executives misused charitable funds for personal gain, awarded contracts to friends and family members, and provided contracts to former employees to ensure loyalty. So it was pretty corrupt under LaPierre. And really, I don't think this is going to mean anything in the election. This is kind of was in the works, and LaPierre and his goons were kind of asking for it because this stuff has dogged them for years. And and anyway, the rank and file membership, if they supported Trump, they're going to continue to support Trump. So if the NRA is dissolved, it'll be reconstituted as something else. So this is less than what it appears. I mean, it is more than what it appears to be, but then it's less than what it appears to be, because the membership got ripped off. You know, it was supposed to go for certain charitable things, and these guys just pilfered the money for their own enrichment. So, kind of like televangelists. So that doesn't really, I don't think this is any really huge deal in that way. And the NRA, a long time ago, and I do mean a long, long time ago, the NRA was a reputable organization. It was mostly dedicated to gun safety and yes, sensible gun control. They did support sensible gun control. But then you had this crackpot by the name of Harlan Carter who came along, and he had this idea that the Second Amendment had to do with the right to keep and bear arms. I mean, that's not what the Second Amendment says, and never has been. But he was this extremist, and he and his goons took over the leadership back in 1978, and it just went downhill after that. I mean, anything to put any kind of restriction on firearms or ammunition or anything like that, and they just whined Second Amendment, and it was always a bunch of BS. But anyway, old Harlan Carter was really a character. And let's see, I'll find his obituary. I want to find his actual obituary. I don't want Wikipedia. So I'm going to look him up. He was born in 1913, and he died in 1991, I believe. Let's see if we can find NYT. Yeah, I didn't want... Yeah, we'll look at this. Yeah, he died in 91. He was yeah, 78. And anyway, he was quite a character. Let's see. Let's find it. He was born in Texas, and he joined the Rifle Association as a junior member at the age of 16. In a quarrel the next year, he fatally shot a 15-year-old boy. Mr. Carter was convicted of murder, but the verdict was overturned by a higher court, which ruled that the trial judge's jury instructions had been incomplete. The case was buried in the past until 1981, when a reporter asked Mr. Carter about it. At first, he denied knowledge, then refused to comment. Later, he acknowledged the episode and expressed regret about the boy's death. And, yeah, so he did kill somebody, but he was sorry he did it. And, so, this, you know, enough said about Harlan Carter, but he was an extremist as he got older. And he just only looked at the first half, or the second half of the Second Amendment, not the first half. But it went downhill after Carter, even. And so now the NRA is kind of in the crosshairs here, and if it goes into the dustbin, so be it. I'm sure there are plenty of other outfits that will take its place. So NRA, goodbye and good riddance.